Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Kraken Packs video. I am your host, MrBevers. That's right, we're back again with 3 mystery booster packs. We are doing, of course, this in place of our One of Everything Wednesday series, where we would go around to LGSs in and around our area and buy one of every pack they have available. The reason we were doing that before is to show off not only what those LGSs had in stock, but also to take the cards worth $1 or more and add them to the patron pile, which is a pile of cards that the patrons receive one card from every month after their first month of being a patron. So they get all of that kind of good stuff as long as they're at one of the magic tiers or higher. All of the tiers on my Patreon that get a card from the patron pile are noted and listed, so you will be able to look at them and see which ones you can enter to get that card from the pile. So we went to this model because of course, the pandemic, and it made it a little bit easier because mystery boosters are just chock full of value. It's quite absurd, actually, but lots of good stuff in here. Mystery Booster is probably one of the better sets that have been released over the last few years in aspect of just really cool set to draft. Ferocious Zing there. You can see we got Wooburg order, we got white, blue, black, red, green, and then we got multicolor, and then we got a colorless card. So we got a Gruul Signet, not a bad one. Little price should come up in the top corner. This one I believe is over $1. It's pretty close anyway. Then our M15 or older card here is an Elixir of Immortality. Then we got Black Market. That's not a bad little hit. We'll take that. Black Market, a great little enchantment for your EDH decks for sure. Who doesn't like continually getting more black mana, right? Seems pretty good. And then these, because they're the convention edition boosters, get playtest cards instead of foils. So this has got Bind and Liberate, which is 2 mana instant, counter target activated ability. Draw a card, or Liberate for 1 and a white, which says exile target creature you control, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Interesting that there's a little dog with a cone of shame, and then it's like jumping away. It's like, yeah, I'm a tiny dog, look at me jump, look at me go, look at me go. So then of course we got our next pack here, and of course the Wooburg order can have some pretty good value in it as well. Doesn't always happen, but you do find some things. Like for instance, we found the Gruul Signet in the colorless slot. We got a Murder, good old Murder, Gruesome Fate, Kiln Fiend, Threshered Lizard, Arbor Armament, Invigorate, Hidden Stockpile as the multicolor card. Great little card. Saw a lot of play in standard when it was in there. Our colorless card is a Hexplate Golem, just a vanilla 5/7 for 7. Our M15 or older card is Martyr's Cause, enchantment that says sack a creature, prevent all damage to a creature or player from one source. Interesting. We got a Tauren Mauler, great little commander card here, of course, being a 2/2 changeling shapeshifter, right? So it's every creature type, so it goes in any kind of tribal deck or just tribal decks in general, as long as you're in red. And this is whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may put a 1/1 counter on Tauren Mauler. Can get real big real fast. And our playtest card is Gunk Slug. Good old Gunk Slug. 2/3 for 2 and a black. It says when Gunk Slug enters the battlefield, create 3 Gunk token cards and shuffle them into target opponent's library. Gunk is a colorless sorcery card with no mana cost that has cycling 4. So they can't even play it out of their hand. Like, it's just a card that just gunks up their hand and gunks up their deck. And it just has cycle it for 4 mana. So you got to spend 4 mana to throw it away and draw a card. Gross. All right, we got Wall of 1,000 Cuts, Promise of Bunrai or Bunrai. Oh, so like this is our, okay, interesting. I didn't realize that this was a thing, or maybe I missed this before, but like this is a colorless card showing up in the blue slot because its emerge cost is blue, which is kind of weird and funky. But there we go. We got a Wretched Griff, we got Choking Tethers, Bitter Revelation, Trial of Ambition. The trials were always a lot of fun to play in the Amonkhet block. Maximize Velocity, Salivating Gremlins, Territorial Baloth, Hardy Veteran, and our multicolor is a Warden of the Eye. And then we got a Bojuka Bog. There you go. Staple in Commander these days as well, so we'll take that. And then our M15 or older card is a Nullspine Dragon. Not a bad little card. Ooh, there we go. Chaos Warp. That's a pretty nice one. Not super expensive, but still great commander staple card in red. So great. And then, well, look at that. We got one of the lands. We got an Aggressive Crag. At the beginning of your combat step, tap Aggressive Crag. So you can use it in your first main phase for mana, and then after that it's too late. It became tapped because it was angry or aggressive. So it's a land that you can only use during your first main phase, but that's okay. Incentivizes you to use it on your first main phase, and it's a land that makes red or white and doesn't come into play tapped when you play it. Notably, not fetchable, unfortunately, but still, a land that makes 2 colors that doesn't come into play tapped. It's pretty strong, pretty strong. So there you go, folks. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching. Thanks for my patrons for supporting the channel and hanging out and being in those amazing tiers over there on patreon.com/MrBevers. If you want to get in, head on over there. Check out the tiers. There's lots of options. You get like a grab bag and you get a pull from the pile and like lots of good stuff. I try to like make sure that the stuff that the patrons get is like at least a value of what you're putting in is kind of the idea. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching. And as always, may your pulls ever be better.